it's your girl Crystal here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be what everyone has been asking for. In one of my past videos, I talked about this guy that would call me names and would make me feel so bad about myself, and now he like wants to be with me. So basically this is gonna be that story time. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I talked about how I was gonna film this today, and I was gonna film it with one of my friends that was with me the entire way, but she like kind of like flaked on me, like, I'm throwing shit at you right now. She didn't come, so I told you I was gonna film it. I said it on IG Live. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'm gonna put it somewhere right here, that I was gonna film it and I'm not gonna back out on it, so I'm just gonna film it alone. So if you guys want to hear about that story, keep on watching. So back 2015, the beginning of my senior year, homecoming was coming up in a few weeks, and it was just me, my friend, we're gonna call her Strawberry, I don't know why, but we're gonna call her that. Me and my friend Strawberry, we would always hang out. It was just me and her in the beginning of senior year. We would hang out everywhere, and there was this guy, Celery. I'm gonna call him Celery because I don't like celery. There was this guy, Celery, who is 2 years older, and he was already out of high school, and we would like hang out, like we would all talk, and then eventually Celery like slid into my DMs like that, and it was so random, like I did not expect it whatsoever. But he like slid into my DMs. We started talking a lot, and to be honest, like, he was alright. He's not my type, especially not now. If you guys follow me on on Instagram, I talked about this on IG, that like my taste for guys changed after I lost weight. Anyways, in my DMs, he literally asked me to my homecoming. So he asked me if like we wanted to go together, whatever, to my homecoming, because he was already out of high school. But obviously I got so excited, and I was like, yeah, like, let's go. Like, so after that, he asked me for my number. We started texting every single day, and I mean every single day, all day, from when we woke up to when we went to sleep. And obviously, to anyone, that's gonna seem like, oh, they're talking. Like, is it not? He's texting me all day every day, and he asked me to homecoming. Like, if that's not talking to someone, then let me know what is, because apparently I have everything wrong. Homecoming comes along, and we go together, and we're dancing together, we're having a great time, and everything seemed to go great. So after homecoming, like, we kept texting every single day, all day, every day. And then all of a sudden it kind of started getting slower and slower. And I was like, okay, like, what is this? Like, that's weird. And then he told me that there was this girl at his work that he had met, and that she liked him, and that she wasn't really into her or anything like that, but they were hanging out and all this stuff. And I was just kind of like, whoa. And actually, when he told me this, I was at Strawberry's house, and Strawberry doesn't even know about this, but he told me that, and I was kind of like bummed out. Like, I was so upset, and I was like, really? Like, I don't know, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, it was horrible, because for a second I thought that guy like actually liked me. Like, I was so amazed. So anyways, our texting started getting slower and slower, and then eventually there was nothing. I still had him on social media. So fast forward maybe a month or so, I was in culinary class, and me and my friend Apple, we're gonna call her Apple, I don't know why, we were hanging out in the entrance area. There's like a big open space, and we were just like chilling there on the floor, and she grabbed my phone and she sent him a Snapchat of me to him, and we were just like messing around, laughing, like we had nothing, like there was no intention of him even like responding or like saying anything back, but he did. He responded. He definitely responded. And it was a picture of the girl laying on the bed. I mean, she didn't have clothes on, but like it was her back. Like it just showed her back, but she didn't have clothes on. And we were just like, what? Like at this point, it was like, it still hurt, but at the same time, I wasn't like, I'm not crying, by the way. My eyes are like, my eyelashes are like, something's happening. My eyes are watering. Anyways, we were just like caught so off guard, and then we're just like, we left it like that. We didn't even like respond or anything like that. So maybe like 20 minutes pass, and I grab my phone and I leave it on my desk, and I walk into the kitchen by myself, and maybe like 15 minutes later I come back in and I see Apple on my phone, and I was like, what are you doing on my phone? So I go up to her, and she's literally having a Snapchat conversation with this guy. And I was like, what? I was so out for it. I was already getting angry. I was like, why would you talk to him? Like, it's over. Like, there's nothing there between us. Like, why are you talking to him? And she was like, no, she's like, look what he's saying and this and that. Literally, I wish I still had the screenshots because I took pictures. What he was saying was like, he knew it was Stephanie talking. Like, he knew it wasn't me. But he was telling her how, why would he ever be interested in someone like me, someone that looks like me, I'm just gonna say, he's like, why would I ever be interested in a fat ass bitch like her? Like, all these horrible things, calling me fat, calling me ugly, calling me worthless, all these things he was saying. He even called Apple, she had like a big nose and like she was ugly and this and that, and I was just like, really? Like, look at her, look at the girl you're with right now. I just got so upset with everything that he said, and I got so upset that I ran to the bathroom and I just started crying. And it was a very bad day, because it was one of the first big times anyways that like a guy has ever done that to me, and it was the worst thing ever. After that, he blocked me on everything, on every social media, everything. I didn't have him. So that was that. That was like senior year. I was done with him. That's it. And fast forward a year and a half later, I see that he DMs me on Instagram. And I was just like blown away. Like, just blown away. I was like, what do you want? He started talking to me about like cars and stuff like that. And it was just a normal conversation. There was no flirting. Like, see, but I'm the type of person that like, I'll get over things. I'll get over them. I won't forget them. I may not forgive you, but I'll get over it. I'll be chill with you, but like, that's it. And that's what I thought it was. Like, we were just having a normal conversation, and it never came up. Like, it was always just like the big elephant in the room type of thing. Like, bitch, bring that shit up. Like own up to what you did. Like, for real. So he still had my number. So the day that he DM'd me, like, I kind of like left it. Like, I didn't even reply to him or anything. And then the next day he started texting me like, good morning and all this stuff. And I was like, what? I would have just like a normal conversation with him. Like, there was no flirting at all, even in the conversation. And eventually it was brought up, and we started talking about like homecoming. And basically what he told me was that Strawberry asked Celery to take me to homecoming. And I honestly, like, even a year and a half later, that got me so upset. Like, I was like, you have to ask a guy to ask me to homecoming? Like, I'd rather not go or go alone. Like, that pity is like, I don't need that. Like, just leave me alone. Like, you don't understand how much pity and how embarrassed I felt when I found out that Strawberry asked Celery to take me to homecoming, and that's why he took me. And that got me pissed off. And then we started talking about what had happened, where he was calling me names and everything like that. Basically, he told me that it was his ex, because obviously it's his ex now. It was his girlfriend at the time who was saying all those things. And I was like, you're really gonna try to come up with an excuse right now as to why you said those things? You still sent them, you still said them, so it's not an excuse. Like, I'm over it, but I'm not forgetting about it. Oh, and actually, before all this happened, I was at the mall with Apple, and we were walking straight down this way, and then Celery comes out of a store like this, and we cross like this, and he stops right in front of us, turns around, looks at both of us, starts laughing, and walks away. This was like, maybe I was already like 40 pounds down at this time. Like, I was still pretty big, obviously, but he just walks away. And I was like, keeping all that in mind, him telling me, coming up with these excuses about how it was just his ex and this and that, and I was like, okay, explain why you laughed in my face in public. He was like, no, like, I just remembered what she had said about Apple, and I just started laughing. And I was like, you're full of bullshit. Like, honest to truth, that's BS. Like, I don't believe it. I told him straight up, I was like, I'll be friends with you, I'll be cool with you, but that's it. I'm not the type of person to be mean to people. I'll be cool with you, that's fine. That's it. Nothing more. I'm not interested in you. And that's it. So he would keep texting me, and like, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm gonna admit it, like, I did text him back and stuff like that. It was just like, I guess a casual friend conversation. Like, whenever he tried flirting with me, I'd shut him down. I made it very clear that I shoved him. I did not like tell him, like, slightly hint to him that he was in the friend zone. No, I was like, you're in the friend zone, big banner, not interested in you, don't like you, I'll be friends with you, and that's it. But nope, he did not get it through his head. He even started telling me things like, I can see myself being with you for the rest of my life, you're the only person I know will make me happy, like, you're beautiful. And I was just kind of looking at him like, okay. And literally, he started, I don't want to say like following me places, but he started following me places. Like, this one time I was at the mall, and I was literally in the dressing room in Zoomies trying stuff on, and he texted me. He was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, trying stuff on in Zoomies. Bitch, I open the door when I'm done changing, and he's standing right there, and I was like, what? I bought everything that I wanted to buy, and I was like, I need a dip, peace out. And he literally walked me to my car, and I was like, okay, bye. And I left out of there so quick. And I don't know, he would just do these weird things, like trying to win me over. I'm like, you're not gonna get me, like, stop. I'd tweet a picture of like a jacket or a hoodie that I wanted, and he'd send me a screenshot that he bought it for me, and I'm just like, no. So like a bunch of things like that, and I was just like, oh no, like, this is going too far. Like, I kept reminding him, and I was just like, stop. And like, honestly, like, yeah, like, people are gonna tell me like, why don't you just stop talking to him, like this and that. Like, I should have, I really should have, but I mean, I don't know, I'm just too nice, and I didn't. Eventually, like, we were like hanging out, just like chilling one time, and like, I'm not gonna go into detail, but all I'm gonna say is that he crossed a boundary, and I even told him that, like, a big boundary that I told him not to cross. Like, obviously he's in the friend zone, he crossed it, and I was like, whoa, like, stop. And after that, I was done. Like, I was like, no, you crossed. Later on, like, I left, and later on I was like, no, you crossed a boundary, you need to leave me alone, like, stop. And like, slowly, I just like kind of like slowly stopped texting him and all this stuff. I was just like, I'm not, like, we're not gonna be together, like, just leave it alone. Like, to the point where I started getting a little bit mean, and I started feeling bad about it. But it's just like, he crossed the boundary, and I was just like, no, like, I would never be with someone who treated me especially like that before. You didn't like me before, you didn't like the way I looked before, and that made you not like me. So now you want me? Like, no, that's just not gonna happen. So basically that's that. I blocked him off of everything. I blocked him off Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everything. And yeah, that's basically it. I haven't really talked to him at all. At first he tried, like I didn't block him right away, so at first he did try a lot, but it's just no, like that's done. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, this got me heated. Give me a thumbs up if you feel for me. It was a horrible time in my life, okay? Okay? But yeah, give me a like, subscribe if you're not. I'm gonna leave all my social media down below. I go on IG Live almost every day, so if you guys wanna go on there, follow me, ask me some questions whenever I go on, feel free to do that. I already posted it on the screen earlier, but it's also gonna be in the description. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!